Lo and behold, I quit. I did something I'd never done before in front of a live audience. I said, if you want to hear the rest of my story, please come to the division contest. And I walked off stage. I know, but I endured that shame in order to continue my education. Because of that, I was able to go on and compete at the division and district levels, where I got whooped every single time. But at every level, I got better. I'm here tonight to persuade you guys that the next time you see a speech contest, sign up. Don't play it safe, because you will regret it. You'll get stronger. You'll get better. And to prove it, I'm going to offer you 3 critical lessons learned tonight that I'll never forget. Lesson number 1. Oh yeah. Practice in front of real people. You got to practice in front of to prepare for my area debacle. I practiced in front of a mirror with a stopwatch, and that did not prepare me for the adrenaline surge or the interruptions that come with speaking in front of a contest audience. By the time that yellow light went on, I was 30 seconds behind schedule. So, in short, you gotta practice in front of real people because you speak much slower in front of real people. Lesson number 2. A contest speech must inspire, not just entertain. After that area debacle, I went and gave my speech to the PR and Marketing Toastmasters Club, led by our own very own Rose Kirkland. Hello, Rose. And they were not impressed. I was surprised. They said, that is not a contest speech. Rose put it very well. She said, Carl, what I heard was a boy meets girl, boy gets girl, boy loses girl, boy meets up with girl later, girl dies story. Where's the inspiration? Well, apparently my heartfelt love story was about as compelling as a $2 Hallmark card. So I had to decide, what was it that I learned from my story that could help other people? It wasn't a romance. It was what the girl taught the boy. To live decisively, to live boldly, to keep my hands on the wheel. So I rewrote my speech around that message, and gave it to Honolulu Toastmasters in front of none other than Babu Cavallo, who evaluated me and declared it a contest speech. Well, much to my relief. Oh, to put simply, a contest speech must linger. You must give the audience something that follows them home. My final and third lesson from this adventure is that you must conserve your energy so that you peak at the right time. Boy, was I excited to go to that division contest to redeem myself. I was talking everybody up before the contest, including Nelson, and just having a great old time. And my speech started strong, and I was just going along, and then suddenly in the middle of it, the bottom fell out. For seconds that felt like minutes, I couldn't remember what I just said. Fortunately, I got the aircraft pointed back up before it crashed and landed that speech on time. But it was as though I'd run out of fuel mid-flight. I would have one more chance to improve at the district contest. My speech was locked and loaded, ready to go. The problem? I was burning the midnight oil with Claude Code. After 50 years of software engineering, suddenly I was 10 times more productive, and I was drunk with power. The day before my speech, I was tired. There was no room for error. But the errors, they did come. Error number 1. On the way to orientation, with just minutes to spare, suddenly a huge charity march loomed up in front of the car, and it took us 45 minutes to circumvent it, and I missed orientation with Nelson, which is a definite pleasure. If you've never had it, he does a great job. And then my speech started, and I've experienced error number 2, which is my microphone fell off in the first minute. Oh my God. And then midway through the speech, error number 3 appeared, which was a phone went off in the middle of the audience, kept ringing, and the guy couldn't figure out how to turn it off. Somehow I came off that stage thinking, congratulating myself that, oh my, that was the best speech I'd ever given. Unfortunately, that opinion didn't age well. 3 days later, Nelson sent me a link to the video, and I watched it, and the only thought I had was, who is that flatliner, and what is he doing wearing my shirt? By the time you get to speak at a contest, you'll have given that bad boy 100 times. But you gotta make it feel fresh for the audience. So my advice is to practice lightly the days before a speech, and eat well and sleep well and exercise, and avoid all stress, including a lot of time on your phone, so that you can peak at the right time. In summary, I got whooped by the clock. I got whooped by honest feedback. I got whooped by technology, and I got whooped by my own lack of energy management. But each time, each whooping rewired me. It forced me to adapt. So I'd like to leave you with this challenge. The next time you see a speech contest, don't play it safe. Sign up. You'll be glad you did. By the time those few months are over, you'll be a stronger, more dynamic, more inspiring speaker than you ever would of just speaking to clubs. The only question that remains is, are you brave enough to take the whooping? John, take it away.